Next we have SimpleControl with Mr. John Miller. John?
Thank you, Sean. I'm excited to be here today to talk about an amazing solution that's going to change our lives. It's going to lower utility bills, add convenience to our life, as well as help improve the environment through lower CO2 emissions. Now, over the next 20 years, 500 new power plants are going to need to be built to handle increases in demand of electricity. These plants are primarily being built for situations that occur about 1% of the time in a year. 1% of the time is the equivalent of less than 4 days worth of use, and the cost to us, $412 billion. Now, we can have the greatest impact on reducing or eliminating completely the need for these power plants by improving the energy efficiency of our buildings. 70% of the energy used in the United States is through our buildings. That's the reason for the new Smart Grid initiative, or the primary reason. And it contains a key component called demand response. Demand response is the utility company sending a signal to our homes and businesses that directly control all the appliances and devices in our homes. If we do this, though, we can improve efficiency by 12%. Now, it's a voluntary program you sign up for, and it's got a pricing component attached to it. We'll pay more, 2 to 5 times as much for power used during these peak periods as we pay today, and we'll probably pay less than what we currently pay for electricity during off-peak, kind of like the wireless model. Now, we at SimpleControl believe the way to maximize consumer participation is to put a buffer between the utility company and the end user, the homes and businesses. And the way to do that is through automation. But the current state of technology and automation is that each controller has to be individually programmed. Now, that's 90 million homes and 4.9 million commercial spaces that would have to be individually programmed. Our solution reduces or completely eliminates the need for programming. And if we do this, we can see energy efficiency improvements of 27 to 34%, as have been shown in testing in California. We don't need the Smart Grid to do it. We can put automation in today and then integrate with the Smart Grid once it comes available. Now, there's been projections that there are going to be 7.6 million automation controllers sold by the year 2014, up from 215,000 last year. That's dramatic growth. That's a market size of around $4 billion. But it doesn't take into account the impact that the Smart Grid is going to have on the demand for automation. On World Inc., a research firm, is projecting there's going to be 100 million smart meters sold over the next 5 years. These two industries are very tightly linked, and we're going to ride that wave, and we're going to offer a hardware-based controller, an OEM version. We'll also offer system-on-chips to cable set-top box manufacturers and PC card manufacturers. We'll have a software-only licensing arrangement for Linux and Windows-based devices, as well as other automation control manufacturers' products. It works by using technology that will be co-developed with the University of Tennessee, and this is the neat part. It's an artificially intelligent, self-learning machine, and it contains algorithms that maintain the end user's comfort while looking for improvements in energy efficiency in the home and the building. It also provides autonomous response to the Smart Grid signal in the manner chosen by the end user. It's got a simple-to-use graphical user interface that's available locally on premises, on site, as well as through secure remote access. Now, we've got a line of current controllers that are remotely programmed. TVA is a customer of ours. EPRI chose our product over 3 larger manufacturers' products for a project for EPRI, for TVA. The Zero Energy Building Research Alliance and Oak Ridge National Laboratories are current customers of ours. We've also got great relationships with our developmental partners, our institutions around town, the University of Tennessee Research Foundation, the Office of Research, Oak Ridge National Laboratories, the Building and Technologies Integration Center, and the Center for Industrial Services at UT. We've also been greasing the skids. We've had some major meetings with the vice presidents of manufacturers of 3 large companies. Sigma Designs is a system-on-chip manufacturer. They sell chips to the cable set-top box industry. They just bought out CopperBox, a Wi-Fi chip manufacturer, for $160 million, as well as they bought the patent owners of the Z-Wave lighting control protocol. Cooper Wiring and Leviton, you put them together, they're the 2 largest manufacturers of lighting and electrical control products in the world. Cooper's distributed through Lowe's, and Leviton's distributed through Home Depot, Sears, and Walmart. And all of these companies that express great excitement in eliminating programming requirements and including our artificial intelligence engine in their products. Now we've got some strong competition. Crestron and AMX have been around for a long time. Crestron did $400 million in revenue last year. Both of these products are distributed through mom and pop type AV dealers and system integrators. Typical programming cost is $10,000 for one of these systems. Now that prevents it from being a mass market product. Close third is Control 4, same type of distribution, 1,200 distributors. They've made some progress, however, in working with utility companies and adding automation for the upcoming smart grid and test. All of these require manual programming, and they are potential customers of ours down the road. Now I put iControl up here because they validate the value of the automation industry. Kleiner Perkins Caulfield and Byers just put $15 million in them. ADT is an investor. It's a low-cost home monitoring solution with a little piece of automation attached to it, but it shows the validation, the value of the automation industry. Now we've got some great people working with us. Bob Gatton's got 25 years of experience in consumer electronics. He led Philips Electronics' launch of the first consumer plasma television in North America. Dr. Lynn Parker at UT, she's got a PhD from MIT. She's a winner of the Presidential Early Career Award winner for scientists and engineers and the Department of Energy Equivalent Award. She's won numerous awards. She's been published over 100 times. She's recognized as one of the global authorities on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and distributed intelligence. Myself, I've got 25 years of experience in executive management and startup operations in the wireless industry. First startup I was involved in is now doing several $billion a year in revenue and is a publicly traded company. And the last one that I was involved in sold in 2006 to a large cellular telephone operator. Now we expect great financial results to go with this. $6.3 million in the first year, growing to $115 million per year by year 5. And the cash flow attached to that, a negative $264 in the first year, but turning cash flow positive in the second year and growing to $12.7 million in cash by the 5th year. But of course we're going to need some resources for that, so get your checkbooks out. To start out, we need about $1.1 million, a little less than that. 620, the majority of it is for development of the AI engine. We also need to collect consumer profile information as well as hardware prototyping. We need $150,000 for planning a process design for facilities to handle up to 60,000 units. We need a good sales manager, so we need about $100,000 for that. We also need, the most important thing we do, marketing, and that's $200,000 to build brand name awareness and also to establish our distribution. We're going to do this quickly. Time is of the essence to get it to market. 11 months from now, we should have the hardware prototype completed, the software engine, with manufacturing and sales operations occurring shortly thereafter. First sales occurring in the quarter following the establishment of our infrastructure operations, and then break even again in the second quarter of the second year of operations, making the entire year cash flow positive. Now, in case I haven't put the logo up enough, I want to burn it into your brains one last time and leave you with this. You've seen some really cool stuff before us, and you're going to see some really neat things after us. But at this moment, you can go home and tell your kids and your significant other that it's not science fiction, it's real, and it's coming from SimpleControl. Thank you.